Hello everyone, I am Pamela Saha, a second year student of IIM Bangalore. So let me introduce myself and my background. So I got a 10 CGPA in CBSE in class 10. Then in class 12, I had a 95.4% in CBSE, after which I went to do my engineering in Jadavpur University, Calcutta. There again, I had a CGPA of 9.11. And from there, I worked in Goldman Sachs for 3 years, after which I came to IIM Bangalore. So how has been my CAD MBA journey been like? So first of all, I wanted to do MBA while I was in engineering third year. And for that, I actually had joined classes, offline classes in one of the institutes. I used to regularly go there. But during my final year, I actually got placed into Goldman Sachs. Obviously, it's a great company to be part of. And that's when I thought that it's the best time and a best company to get some work ex before I again pursue my dream of MBA. So at 3 years at Goldman Sachs, I actually learned quite a lot, understood work culture, understood the work itself. I was into cybersecurity, that I even did well and got a promotion. From there, after around 2 years, I thought that now it's time to go back to my original dream of doing an MBA. And that's how I started preparing for CAT. Now, when I started prepping for CAT, I had actually lost touch from studies for more than 2 years, 2.5 years. And that's how it was actually a bit slow in the start, but I didn't worry much about it. The thing that helped me then was the fact that I actually prepared for my CAT during my third year or the final year in engineering. And I used to take proper offline classes. So because of that, my concepts were good already. I had engineering background, science background. So maths, DILR, the cons and DILR were not much of a trouble at the start. So the basic level I was good at. But then again, you can't crack CAT with the basic level. Anyway, so for the first 2 months, I used to solve all of the books topic wise. Now, the benefit of doing topic wise is good concepts, understanding thoroughly from the easiest question to the most difficult question. I could solve them all. But then I gave my first mock. And then I realized the very important fact is that when you do topic to topic, at that time, everything is fresh in your memory. You're good at it. But with time, you forget. You lose the track. And that's how my first mock was very bad. And that's when I realized that I need to change my preparation strategy. So the thing that worked for me, or the thing that I did that time, was that I used to solve DILR, VARC, and quant most about in equal proportions every day. So I had a very hectic job schedule. I couldn't give in more hours. But the little hours I did, I ensured that I covered every one of them so that I was in touch with all of them together. After around a month or two of doing this, of going back to my basic, I started giving mocks. During those times, US-based company, pressure of work was more. So I could give full devotion on time during my weekends. Now on weekends, every Saturday or Sunday, one day, I would go and give a mock in the center to get that entire environment and the feel, because it's very important while you are working, you have lost that habit of giving an exam and exam like structure, sitting continuously for those 3 hours, concentrating. That's very important. But those 3 hours itself is not enough. Best would be on the other weekend, give 2 mocks back to back. One of the very good advices that I had got is just a duration of 3 hours of practice won't help, but a 3 plus 3, 6 hours of practice. 6 hours, if you can concentrate for sure during the CAT, you'd be able to concentrate well for 3 hours. So that's how I used to do. And then the more important part was analyzing the mocks. Now, what do you analyze in mocks? Do you only look at the bad questions, the ones you couldn't solve, or even the ones you could solve? So you have to look at both. The bad questions or the questions, difficult ones, which you couldn't solve, are obviously very important because there is a lack of concept. Then the ones where you made mistakes. Now, why did you make mistake? Was it some conceptual problem? Was it calculation problem? Was it speed problem? What was it? Try to improve that. And the questions that you did well on, which were correct, even those need to be analyzed. See What is the average time taken by others? What was the time taken by the best scorer? Why? What is this thing they did was that the time was shorter than yours? Is there a trick? Is there a shortcut? Is there something that you don't know? You should try to analyze this, because not only improving on your difficult or the correct or the wrong questions is important, but also improving on the correct questions. How to improve your time, how to better your strategy, even that is very important. So together, giving lots of mocks on the weekends, and more than that, analyzing them helps. So my strategy was continuously every weekend give 2 or 3 mocks or section tests, and the rest of the entire week I used to analyze them and try to improve my knowledge based on those mocks. That's how I made it. Now my CAT score was, so I got into CAT. The best thing that helped me to get all the calls from IIM Bangalore to Lucknow to Kozhikode, Indore, was the fact that I had good academic background. So my class 10, my class 12, my engineering CGPA, everything helped, because of which even at a lower percentile, I could actually crack into all of these. But the more important fact when you actually, after getting the calls, is how to convert in your interview. Because at that time, not only your previous knowledge is important, but what is your knowledge of the current affairs right now? What is the knowledge of the work domain you're in? That is also very important. So with your score, you could have done the best, but if you can't go in well in the interview, then it's a trouble. And especially for those with good academic background, with good work ex, the expectation is higher. So when you go in, you'll actually be asked questions of the expected intellect level you're supposed to have, because you shouldn't be the one who has just been mugging up and rote learning stuffs, but who has been understanding, who has a holistic view, because MBA is all about the big picture. So if you have a very narrow goals mindset, then it'll be difficult for you. So for that, I enroll into a lot of institutes and try to find the best one that suits my strategy. So again, you need to see who can customize based on your requirements, who has experienced students with profile like yours before, because there'll be students with varying profile. So you need to understand that if your profile is a little different, if you need a little different attention, are they willing to give you that? Once you are sure, stick to that institute, and then go for as many mock interviews as you can, so that you are used to that practice of speaking, of that tension, of suddenly getting questions, how to quickly answer that. And then every day read lots and lots of articles and editorials. Be very thorough with what's happening around the world. Not only so, in your interview, they may not ask you any direct question of what is actually happening in the world. So for me, they didn't go and ask like direct general knowledge questions. But when they ask you something, and if you can relate it to something that's right now happening, that is a killer move to make. Because if I am saying that currently I am working on XYZ in my company, and that XYZ is being used by, say, another 10 companies who are doing this and that, and that's how it's impacting, then it means that you actually know things, not only in your work, you know it beyond your work, in your entire, how is it impacting the entire nation, the economy, everything. So if you can answer in those lines, it'll be really great for you. So that is my advice for how to prepare for CAT and for interviews. All the very best. Be very sincere, diligent in your preparation. Everything will work out for the best. All the best.